Hi everyone, I hope you're all doing well. You may have seen images like this before. This effect is called the glass effect, or glassmorphism, whatever you prefer to call it. So, how do we create this effect? Let's take a look. I have this vector artwork here, and I'm going to create a glass effect on top of it. If you have an image or a vector file, you can use your own and follow along. I'll create a new layer. Then I'll use the rectangle tool and draw a rectangle like this. Double-click the layer name, and I'll rename it glass. I'll use the stroke panel to increase the stroke weight. Since I want the stroke to be on the inside of the shape, I need to change the stroke alignment. Right now, the stroke is aligned to the center. You can see that here. When I click this button, align stroke to inside, the entire stroke immediately moves inside the shape. Next, use live corners to round all four corners. Then go to Object Path Outline Stroke. Right-click and choose Ungroup. Click on an empty area to deselect everything. Now you can separate the stroke from the rectangle like this. Keep the rectangle selected and then lower the opacity. You can use either black or white, depending on the look you want. This will give you either a dark glass or a light glass effect. I'm going to use black and lower the opacity to 30%. Now, I'll open the Layers panel so you can see the layer order. I'll press Ctrl+C, followed by Ctrl+F. This copies the object and pastes it in front of the original, in exactly the same position. Next, I'll apply a black and white gradient. But I'm going to adjust the gradient so that it has white on both sides, left and right, with black in the center. Then, I'll set the gradient angle to 45 degrees. Make another copy of the rectangle and place it somewhere else for now. We'll come back and use it later. Now, select the border. Use the eyedropper tool, or simply press I on your keyboard, that's the shortcut. Then click on the rectangle. This will sample the color from the rectangle and apply it to the border like this. You can lock the rectangle layer first, then select all of your artwork and make another copy. In the rasterize options, set the resolution to 72 ppi. For the background, select white. For the other settings, you can use the same options shown here. Then click OK. Then go to Effect, Blur, Gaussian Blur. Set the blur amount to whatever you like. Then align it to the center of the artboard using horizontal align center and vertical align center. Next, take the rectangle that we copied earlier and align it to the center as well. Select both objects, the rectangle and the blurred image. Right-click and choose Make Clipping Mask. You'll notice that it covers the gradient object we created earlier. Just right-click, go to Arrange, and choose Send Backward. Now select the rectangle. I'll make a copy and drag it down here for now. Set the opacity back to 100% and change the fill from the gradient to black. Go to Object, Path, Offset Path. Set the offset value to create some space between the two shapes. Then click OK. The outer shape will be selected. Change its fill color to white. Then select both shapes. Go to Object Blend, Make. Change the blending mode to Multiply. This will help the shadow blend more naturally into the background. Double-click the Blend tool. Then adjust the spacing to control how smoothly the shadow transitions until you get the look you want. Now, place it behind the rectangle. Press Ctrl plus left bracket to move the object one layer backward, or you can right-click and use the Arrange options just like we did earlier. Next, type your text and use any font you like. Then change the text blending mode to overlay. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. On this channel, I'll be sharing tips and techniques for using graphic design software, design ideas, AI tools related to graphic design, and ways to make money with graphic design. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.